Welcome back to my channel. Friends, before we start the video, please subscribe to my channel, like and share it, and do not forget to press the bell icon. Today's video is on one of the most beautiful places on this earth, known as Pamukkale. It is one of the most photographed places on the planet. So, today we are heading to Pamukkale, a small town in Denizli Province situated in the western Turkey. We started our journey to Pamukkale from Antalya, a 3-hour drive to cover about 250 kilometers. Denizli is the capital of the Denizli Province, which could have been a preferred choice of stay, but we decided to stay in Pamukkale town itself, to experience the beauty and serenity of the place. It was a great location, where we stayed in a hotel called Shahin, right in front of the view, where all the action was going on. We are almost there. You can watch the beauty of the place, which starts echoing and transpiring into reality. As I said, Pamukkale is a small town known for the mineral-rich thermal waters, flowing down white travertine terraces on a hillside. Pamukkale is also known as Cotton Castle in Turkish. Here the terraces are made of travertine, a sedimentary rock deposited by mineral water from the hot springs. This town has almost everything that a tourist wants: hotels, restaurants, eateries, and recreation. It has a beautiful central park, with a big pond surrounded by calcium-deposited hills. The park itself is very beautiful, and we stayed just in front of this central park. In this park, you will see hundreds of ducks which are very friendly with the tourists because tourists feed them. Why don't you bring some cousins from your country to feed? I gave them a piece of corn, and there they started chasing everyone to snatch a bit of it. There are 17 hot springs, with temperatures ranging from 35 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. The emerging water from the spring travels about 320 meters to the travertine terraces, which deposit calcium carbonate. When the water, supersaturated with calcium carbonate, reaches the surface, carbon dioxide degasses from it and is deposited first as a soft gel, eventually crystallizing into travertines. Many people have asked me if it is okay to stay in the town of Pamukkale. Most people prefer not to stay here, and honestly, they do not have any idea about the town. I explored it myself, in a car and not on the bus. Staying in the town gives you a lot of opportunities to explore travertines and pools, and it also gives you access to Cotton Castle's lower entrance. If you want to get there right when it opens, then why not stay a couple of nights? There are also enough places to eat with great views of Cotton Castle. Nonetheless, if you want to stay in a high-class experience hotel equipped with its own natural hot spring pools, private thermal pools, Turkish bath, massage salon, breakfast, and excellent hospitality, choose one of them in Karahayat, just 10 km away from Pamukkale town. Otherwise, there are many good hotels in Pamukkale town, situated within walking distance of all the attractions. Before taking you up the hills to show you the springs, calcium deposition, travertines, hot spring pools, and other attractions, let me tell you there are 3 main attractions here: travertines, antique pool, and Hierapolis, which are close to each other, and tourists can enter these sites with a single entrance fee. There are 2 main entrances to Cotton Castle. The first is the Pamukkale town entrance, which is a walkable entrance from the town. The second entrance is in the south, about 6 kilometers from the town. This is the Pamukkale town entrance that I took on the first day to climb the hill, but on the second day I went through the north entrance to view Cotton Castle from all sides. Does anybody know what travertines are? I am sure very few people know about them, and those few are only those who have been to Pamukkale. Nothing to worry about, I will make you smarter than ever. Travertine is a type of limestone, formed by calcium deposits, commonly found around hot springs. Tickets are good for 24 hours, but visitors are not allowed to re-enter once they exit. One of the hardest compliances is to take your shoes off when entering the travertine cliffs to walk barefoot. A good thing that prevents damage done by the millions of visitors walking on Cotton Castle. Walking barefoot on the grooves, pebbles, small stones, and uneven surfaces is painful. But this pain is just a small sacrifice to watch and experience this incredible place and save the planet. Going on the hill barefoot was not an easy task, but the walk of about 1 kilometer was full of adventure. While walking you will see a lot of pools, travertine, and beautiful and amazing structures and impressions formed on calcium deposits due to the movement of water. Pamukkale is over a fault line, generating frequent earthquakes, and allowing thermal waters to reach the surface to create hot springs. Over time, the water dries, and the calcium petrifies, leaving Cotton Castle with that perfect white color. Hence, thousands of years of calcium deposits are layered on top of each other, creating these amazing travertine pools that you are seeing here. Later in this video, I will show these structures in a close-up to enjoy them. Just see how people are walking. Everyone is careful and seems to have a tough time, but, in the end, everyone went back with great experience, information, and experience. Watch some of the beautiful and amazing impressions formed on the rocks. These are nothing but the shapes formed due to the movement of water and crystallization of calcium over the last thousands of years. Also, as calcium deposits over time, it leaves all these unique and amazing structures. And due to the cracks appearing due to earthquakes, these small spaces are formed as canals through which water starts flowing, which finally results in travertine formation. Let me warn you that you can't go inside all the travertine pools. You may enter the pools on the north side but are not allowed to enter the pools located on the south side, since the management wants to preserve them without any damage. Wow, what an incredible structure formed on the hill. They are all different shapes, designs, and structures. You can view Pamukkale town from the hilltop. It looks so beautiful. If you ask anybody, what is the best time to visit Pamukkale, perhaps everyone will tell you at sunrise, maybe to avoid the crowd. But nobody will tell you that the sun rises from behind Pamukkale, so by the time sunlight hits the pools, it's already late in the morning, and you lose the charm of the place. So, evening is the best time to visit this place, and the reason is that Pamukkale's pools directly face the sunset side, hence as the sun goes down it reflects incredible colors in the pools, making stunning sunsets in Pamukkale. From the hilltop, you can have the best views of Pamukkale town, surrounded by white travertines and lush green trees. There is an exclusive thermal pool within the temple, adjacent to the travertines. This pool is also known as a unique pool, because of the history attached to it. This pool was given to Cleopatra by Mark Antony. The temple was destroyed in an earthquake, and the ruins fell into the pool filled with healing water. This UNESCO World Heritage Site once famously served as the spiritual center and spa of the ancient city of Hierapolis. In Cleopatra's day, a Roman temple to Apollo surmounted this pool, and the waters at its base were used for hydrotherapy and religious practices. It was a cool experience. This is not a travertine pool. According to legend, this artificially sculpted pool was a gift from Mark Antony to Cleopatra. It is the most famous of the Mark Antony gifts to Cleopatra, the Egyptian queen. After hearing this story, I also came here and took a few dips, thinking that I would also get a queen, but all my efforts went in vain. There was none, although I spent 200 Turkish lira to enter the pool and take a dip. Never mind, at least I have purified myself from all the sins. It was worth noting that the complete Turkish hot springs and pools of Pamukkale complex is full service. There are bathrooms and rental lockers to store your gear. Also, there is a restaurant and lots of seating. So, if you are also willing to search for your queen in the pool and purify your sins, please take your ticket with you because the guy will collect it immediately before you enter the pool premises. The entrance ticket is just 200 Turkish liras, but believe me, there is a lot of fun. You can soak yourself, take dips, or swim around and enjoy eating snacks and relax afterward in the adjacent restaurant. I am taking you back to travertine but from a different side, which was the south entrance. One must walk both ways to view travertines from both sides to capture the beauty and beautiful views. Also, one would be able to see cascades of travertines and pools and beautiful structures, impressions, and carved stones. This is what I wanted to show you. Have a close look at these impressions on calcium carbonate depositions formed over thousands and thousands of years. The south side of the travertine is the place that gives you the best view of sunset. This side is less crowded since people are not allowed to enter the pools on this corner, hence most stay around the pools on the other side. You may take advantage of this and get some good photo shoots. This is the north side of the travertines, just the other side of the previous one. This place is so crowded that it is difficult to picture yourself on the edge of a pool, with your reflection in the water. If you do, then please be ready to Photoshop them to remove people from the picture. But it all depends on how patient are you. Want to bring your bathing suit and float in the travertine pools? Sure, go ahead, but please don't say I didn't warn you. Let me tell you about an incident that happened here. I was just crazy to wet myself in this pool. I sat down, but in just a few seconds I realized that my cell phone was in my pocket. I suddenly stood and checked my phone. It was all wet and stopped working. Luckily no damage was done. I took out the SIM immediately and dried my phone in the sunlight. It was all well in the end. So please be careful with your phones, put it in your pocket and forget. Okay, let us restart the description. There was no spring water in the pools, but at the top of the terraces, pools are certainly not for swimming. If we are talking about natural beauty, the Pamukkale is one of the most epic wonders. With its fluffy cotton pools and geologic heritage, it is beautiful from all angles. The snowy white calcium cascade terraces called travertines flow down into the Menderes Valley like golden hairs of the mountains in the sunset. I will let you enjoy the beauty of this place with a soothing music, and in a few minutes I will take you to the third attraction of Pamukkale, which is Hierapolis. Watch it in just a few moments. The third attraction adjacent to Cotton Castle is the Hierapolis, an ancient Roman spa city. It was founded around 190 BC and is presently a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here the ruins include a well-preserved theater and a necropolis with sarcophagi that stretches for 2 kilometers. The Roman columns are submerged in the antique pool, which were clearly visible. Honestly, I had a better time walking around the ruins, knowing the history of the place. As I mentioned earlier, Hierapolis was a spa resort that was used by important people of the ancient civilizations, including Greeks, Romans, Persians, Byzantines, Ottomans, etc. I am telling you a secret, that even in the 3rd century this place had spa resorts, which were destined for the sick and elderly people. Please compliment me for being so generous. Hierapolis is said to have been founded by the rulers of Pergamum, a powerful ancient Greek dynasty. The attraction of Hierapolis was its hot springs, once thought to have had miraculous healing properties. Most of the ruins at Hierapolis date from the Roman period. The Romans occupied Hierapolis in 129 AD and the city grew into something of a multicultural haven, with Romans, Jews, Greco-Macedonians, and others living there side by side. In today's Hierapolis there is plenty to see, including its vast ancient amphitheater, Hellenistic layout and streets, many standing columns, the Nymphaeum, and a large necropolis to name a few. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Hierapolis is paired with the stunning natural site of Pamukkale, which you saw a little earlier. These are some of the ruins in Hierapolis. Most of them are in good shape and well preserved. Okay, let me take you back to Pamukkale town to show you briefly what the town and the Central Park look like at night. During the night the town is well lit and the Central Park looks beautiful, where one can rent a boat to enjoy. We also rented a boat to go around the pond. It was just an amazing time that we had in Pamukkale. And with this, the tour of this amazing place comes to an end. I hope that you liked the video. So why don't you just click the like and subscribe buttons once and press the bell icon. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe and healthy, and goodbye.